For these Jolts of Faith during Advent, I'm going to give a brief reflection each week on the word of the week. That word I'm highlighting in the bulletin that jumps out to us from the scriptures. And for the first week of Advent, the word is longing. What does it mean to long? It means to yearn, to anticipate, to be anxious for someone or something to happen. We long for Christmas. We long to graduate from high school or college. We long for that long anticipated vacation during the summertime. We anxiously wait for something we're looking forward to. And Advent is a great time to ask ourselves, do I long for Christ? It may seem like a simple question, but it's a profound one. Advent is the time to increase that longing for Jesus in my life. Not only the longing of his return at the end of time, but that longing that comes day in and day out by encountering the Lord in prayer, in the scriptures, or in the sacraments. And Advent is a great time for us to up our game, to increase that longing for ourselves. Do I look forward to my time in prayer as a way to experience the Lord? Do I look forward to going to Mass on Sunday because I'm going to receive him in the Blessed Sacrament? Do I look forward to reading the Bible or the Rejoice program or whatever else I'm doing to increase my spiritual life? Chances are we're doing a lot of that out of duty, and there's not really that same longing or excitement there is towards going to the beach or a long anticipated vacation or seeing someone we haven't seen in several years. But Jesus is the love of our lives. He is our Savior. Shouldn't we be longing for him? And Advent is the time to stir up that longing ourselves by ramping up our prayer game, by ramping up reading of the scriptures, by challenging our own hearts to realize that it is at Mass, in prayer, in reflection, in meditation, that I encounter Christ. And to long for him, recognizing that he's the only one that's going to give me what I'm really looking for. That gift of love, that gift of peace, that gift of salvation. There's a great line from St. Augustine that always hits me kind of right between the eyes. And way back in the 4th century, St. Augustine wrote, "We claim to love Christ, yet we dread his return." And how true that is. We love Christ. We claim we long for him. But we get rather uncomfortable and anxious when we start talking about him coming back, his return. And that's a good indication and a wake-up call for all of us that maybe we need to challenge ourselves to learn to long for the Lord in our lives. And that's what Advent's about, to learn how to long for Christ, not just to celebrate his birth in a few weeks at Christmas, but to long for him in our lives, in our hearts, and ultimately to be with him in eternity. Not a sermon, not a homily, but just that little jolt of faith sometimes we all need to get through the week.